Welcome to Whom It May Concern, the podcast.
Welcome back to Whom It May Concern, where we talk about life, legacy, and everything in between. Today's episode is all about turning your creative passion into a paycheck. As a content creator, I know firsthand how hard it can be to monetize your talents while staying authentic. But trust me, it's possible. And if you're ready to take your creative side hustle to the next level, this episode is definitely for you. Let's get into it. So, with that, we want to talk about the foundation of a creative hustle. What are you bringing to the table? What ideas do you have? Before you can make money from your passion, you have to lay the groundwork. And here's what that looks like. Understanding your niche. What makes you unique? For me, it's being a relatable dad who mixes humor with real-life parenting. These are things I do naturally. But also, focus on building your brand. Your brand is your story. What do you stand for? Who are you speaking to? What audience do you wish to capture? Additionally, focus on creating consistently. You can't expect to grow if you're not consistently putting in the work. Consistency over everything, really and truthfully. If you're a content creator, you can't expect to grow if you're not consistently putting in the work. I often have bags under my eyes because I'm up late with the next idea. How am I going to market this? How should I say that? I'm not challenging you to do the same. I am challenging you to remain consistent. When I started posting content about fatherhood, I didn't know if anyone would care, but over time, my audience grew. And because I stayed consistent and I stayed authentic. And these are things, again, this is my life that I'm living out. Why not post about it? Why not tell my stories as they're happening in real time? Find what works for you and be consistent about it. Once you've established your creative hustle, it's time to monetize. Here are a few strategies. The first, sponsorships. Partner with brands that aligns with your values and really your vision. I'm a father, I'm a parent. Naturally, I want to collide with brands that are speaking to my existence, whether that's something for my kids or something for me personally. It makes sense for me to partner with a shaving company. Why? Because I shave. I use razors, but I also take vitamins and think of healthy things to put in my body. So think of those things, don't overthink it. So, speaking of sponsorships, I want to introduce a really cool and a really tasty healthy drink called Dose. I came upon this on social media actually, and Dose is actually supposed to be healthy for your liver. I know that I didn't lead the healthiest lifestyle as a teenager. I guess I'm trying to, make up for a little bit of that. But more importantly, I like putting healthy things into my body. Dose is infused with turmeric, which I happen to love. It helps with inflammation. It's really, really good for you. In addition to milk thistle, it is clean in terms of there's no additives, no preservatives. It is organic to the T. I've been drinking this for about a month now. It is subscription based, and let me tell you, I feel so much more energized, so much more focused. Everything that Dose said it was going to do, I feel it. From a digestive standpoint, I really love this product. It tastes like orange juice. It doesn't have a syrupy or nasty taste to it. The packaging is so neat. Comes to your house in these little shot bottles. If you're interested in just your overall health and wellness, and I'm going to preach that this entire podcast, this entire season, grab yourself one of these. Take a look. It might just give you some benefits you didn't even think you needed. Dose. Merchandising. Create products that reflect your brand, like t-shirts, a hat, a mug, or digital downloads, courses or workshops. Share your expertise by teaching others. Right, Gabe? You've taught me a lot of things, haven't you? So an example, I recently started exploring sponsorships for this podcast, but I'm very selective. If it doesn't align with my values or my audience, it's a no-go. Segment. Stay authentic. Monetizing your passion is great, but it's important to stay true to yourself. Set boundaries. Don't take every opportunity. Focus on the ones that align with your goals, your passion, your mission, your brand. Think about all the products that you use on a regular basis that are part of your average lifestyle. The things that I endorse, I use, and I'm not going to put them in front of my audience if I personally haven't had a great experience with them. So set boundaries. Don't take every opportunity. Again, focus on the ones that align with your goals. Engage your audience. Your community is your foundation. I thank you all for tuning in and for turning up with me every single time one of these podcasts gets uploaded. But I also value your feedback and I listen to it. And so therefore I'm staying connected. So remember your why. Always go back to why you started. My feedback and question for you as the audience is, I want you to think about your creative passion. What's the one small step that you could take this week to turn into a source of income? Write it down. Be committed to it. Turning your passion into a paycheck takes time, but it's worth it. Start small, stay consistent, but always stay authentic. In the next episode, we're going to talk about giving back, how to create a nonprofit or community initiative that makes a real impact. Until next time, I implore you, stay inspired, stay consistent, stay grounded.
Good stuff, man.
That was interesting. I was like a deer in the headlights with that one. Cause I could go, a couple different ways. And I probably will. I'm going to go in a couple different ways. So even just talking about like brand identity or how you align, like what I found, I feel like I'm a walking brand to a certain degree. I try stuff all the time, but I don't want to try anything that again isn't like just doesn't make sense. And I firmly believe that. Like I don't drink a ton anymore. In my 20s though, if somebody would say, hey, do you want to be in this, what was it, drink of choice? I don't know, Bacardi, video. Heck yeah, let me do it. I can't commit to that now.
Yeah, I think that as we get older and wiser, we think more about who we represent something, and it's not as easy to just say like, yeah, I'm gonna jump on this bandwagon because now you are a representative of what that something is by just being attached to it.
Just being attached.
And that could backfire real quick. So as I've grown older, I'm not as like eager to just partner with just anybody. You're definitely more careful in choosing who, because you definitely have to believe in what they're all about, and it has to align at least a high percentage, maybe not 100%, because I don't think that no relationship is going to be in 100% alignment.
No.
But it's got to be a high enough percentage that you are like, okay, I can be behind this. It aligns with what I believe to a high degree to where I'm okay with it.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and try to push Volkswagen on you. I don't drive Volkswagen. Nothing against the car. It's probably a great car, great build. It doesn't make sense for me. So I'm not going to talk to you about it. I'll share some experiences with other vehicles that I've driven or that I currently own. And that's just me being like keeping it real, probably to a fault. But yeah, I mean, I firmly believe that you are who you are, or you are what you represent. So I do a little bit of research on the brands that I represent. This very space that we're in, that we're recording from, Anissa Spot, is owned by an African-American woman in Durham, North Carolina. She was, pleasant enough to give us this opportunity to have this be the next home. And I think the space is gorgeous. But like, could we have done it somewhere else? Yeah. There's a ton of other spaces. This space spoke to me and it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I just believe that when you're branding, be intentional.
Who we surround ourselves with matters. It matters in real life, like that saying is like, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. But it translates to like brands though. It translates to like who you partner with to like for sponsorships and stuff. Like so many like influencers, quote unquote, are so quick to like they get a little bit of a viral moment and they're like eating every single thing that comes their way because I don't know, maybe they haven't seen two pennies rubbed together and now they're seeing the big paycheck.
Yeah.
And they don't even know what they're getting involved with, who they're getting involved with. And
you don't know, and you're like, oh man, I didn't do my research on this. I'm gonna look like a fool. So that's the other thing. Cancel culture. I don't want that ever, please. So keep it real. Like my audience, I love y'all to pieces. If you ever see me doing something that's a little out of pocket, DM me directly. Please don't just drop me. Don't flip over cars and scorch me, because it may just be that I didn't do enough research and I thought it was the right thing to do.
So we kind of owe it to them to do a little bit of research, do our research and represent, this brand to the best of our ability. At the same time, though, we're still learning, and so yes, keep us accountable, but also give us grace.
Give us grace.
We're still learning, and then if we realize that a certain brand or a certain partnership wasn't what we thought at 1st, then we'll tell you.
I think at the end of the day, it's still, if we're really talking honestly about turning your passion into a paycheck, I think a lot of people are remiss that I gotta do something that is not my core, doesn't fit my niche at all. My niche. I think when you pursue something that you feel deep down you're passionate about, the rest will come. And that's just my take on it. So even if you are looking for a side hustle, be intentional about it. Don't just do it because you heard it's going to make you a lot of money or whatever, but have a love for it. I love what I'm doing.